Welcome. Today we're jumping into something pretty mind-bending, really. The whole concept of machines. Well, machines that can actually build themselves.
Yeah, it sounds like pure science fiction, doesn't it?
It really does. And
Oh.
we have to talk about John von Neumann, a total visionary whose early work on these self-replicating machines really laid some incredible groundwork.
That's right. And what's so fascinating about von Neumann is that he wasn't just, sketching out futuristic fantasies. He was meticulously working out the logical requirements for such systems. And he drew a lot of inspiration directly from, well, the most complex self-replicators we know, living things, organisms.
Right, from life itself.
Exactly. He saw life not just as biology, but almost as an information processing system, a kind of blueprint for making systems that could copy themselves.
Okay, let's dig into that a little. When von Neumann pictured these machines, it wasn't simply like a factory robot making more factory robots. It was deeper than that.
Oh, much deeper. He was getting at something fundamental. The real puzzle, and this was von Neumann's genius, was cracking that old chicken and egg problem.
How can something build itself if it doesn't exist yet?
Precisely. So he figured a machine, to replicate itself, needed a few distinct parts. First, what he called a universal constructor. Think of it like a super versatile factory.
Okay, a factory that could build anything.
Anything, yeah, if it had the instructions, which leads to the second part. The description, the blueprint itself, kind of like DNA in us.
Got it. Constructor, blueprint.
And third, crucially, a copier. Something specifically designed just to duplicate that blueprint, those instructions.
And why was breaking it down like that so important?
Well, think about it. By separating the instructions from the actual builder, he made it possible to copy the instructions first, independently, before they were even used to build anything.
Ah, I see. So you copy the plan, then you use the plan.
Exactly. That was a huge leap. It's fundamental to understanding how complex systems can organize themselves.
And the sheer audacity of this. I mean, von Neumann was thinking about digital self-replication, programmable matter materials, rearranging themselves based on code.
Unbelievable for the time.
Yeah. And even the idea of a universal compiler, code that could build any other program. This was decades before personal computers, before advanced robotics were even really a thing.
It really puts it in perspective.
So it wasn't just theory, it was like a prophecy for autonomous systems, stuff that's still guiding AI research.
You could definitely say that. And it raises a really important point. If you have a system that can copy itself and copy its own instructions, you're looking at something that could potentially evolve. It could adapt without us directly stepping in.
Well, okay, that shifts things.
Yeah.
From us controlling manufacturing to systems just growing on their own.
Right. And the blueprint itself could be copied, maybe even tweaked by the machine over time. His abstract models gave us a way to think about something as complex as life, using computation and information, not just chemistry.
So fast forward to today. What does all this foundational thinking mean for us now with our tech ambitions? It's amazing how these abstract concepts from way back then are still shaping talks about AI, robotics, even searching for life elsewhere.
Oh, they're absolutely central. Von Neumann's ideas are baked into so much. Think about self-assembling nanobots people are working on in materials science, or AI models that can write new code, maybe even design better versions of themselves. That's basically building new versions, self-improvement.
All new themselves, yeah.
And his universal constructor idea, that's directly related to things like advanced 3D printing and modern manufacturing.
Okay. And the astrobiology link.
That connects to theories about von Neumann probes. These are hypothetical self-replicating spacecraft.
Self-replicating spacecraft.
Yeah, the idea is they could explore the galaxy way more efficiently than just sending one probe per mission. They'd land somewhere, use local resources to build copies of themselves, and then those copies would head off to other stars.
That's incredible. It almost feels like von Neumann had a peek into the future, doesn't it?
It really does. His insights, as we push towards more autonomous, smarter machines, they force us to ask, how much of the roadmap for where this tech is going was already sketched out in these early ideas about self-replication?
That's a huge question.
It is. His theories point towards a future where machines might not just be our tools, but maybe, potentially, self-sustaining systems in their own right. Understanding that is pretty crucial for figuring out where technology might take us.
Definitely crucial. So perhaps a final thought for you listening. If we can design a machine that can truly replicate itself, what does that ultimately mean for our own role, for humanity's role as the creators, especially as the world gets more automated? Are we just the ones who light the initial spark, Or do we somehow stay in charge as the architects? Something to think about until our next exploration.